I'm not going to screw this in very deep either. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Drifting Dreamers 5. I'm down here at Creekside where my camper used to sit, and I'm getting ready to do a big cleanup, guys. There's all kinds of stuff here around me that I need to get picked up and put away before the storm really takes a hold of us. I see my son Jacob bringing the zero turn down. Thank you, son. Jacob's going to be grabbing these lights and also this light right here, son, because look at this nice solar light right here. We're going to be grabbing this stuff and we're going to be putting it on the mower, guys. I also have some lights over here. Don't forget these lights right here, son. These are indoor outdoor lights, guys. And I've got a really cool idea to put some lighting underneath the porch of the boys' house, right now where the battery room is for all of our power banks. Right now we got no lighting out there and it's dark. And not only is it the room for the power bank, but it's also kind of our outdoor kitchen. We have a refrigerator out there, our microwave out there, and soon we're going to be putting our new toaster oven out there as well. So let's go ahead and get this stuff back up to the house. So while Jacob puts all these lights on the porch for me, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the new setup for Lyssa's outdoor kitchen / portable power bank area. We've already put some curtains on the outside right here to try to stop the sunlight from beaming in on Jacob's bedroom and on these batteries. I sure did miss the kids while they were in Florida on summer vacation. So here we go, guys, look at this. This is a really cool curtain right here. Lyssa had this inside of the metal carport area. We got one right there and one right here. I think those are pretty cool. That's blocking the sun that rises up from the east on this side. The sun comes over the top of the trees right at about 7 a.m. and it just blasts right here. All right, we got our lights right here. And look at this. Because of these curtains right here, it really cools off and the sun just doesn't beam on the refrigerator, on our deep freezer right here, and on the Bluetti setup. Look at this beautiful Bluetti setup. Guys, here on Drifting Dreamers 5, I want to be completely honest with you. I want to be 100% blood raw. I want to keep it real. We have been struggling out here living off grid. The portable power banks and solar generators that we do have are just enough to take the edge off. Now I think the game has officially changed, and I think I just got an upper hand on this heat. Guys, it's been 100 degrees for the last couple of days, and now a big storm's blowing in, and I need to make sure I got all the power I can handle. And if we go back last month and look into my videos, I introduced the new Bluetti Apex 300. And today I have incorporated it into powering up the boys' house because the power banks we had just are not cutting it. Let me show you what 8,601 watt hours looks like. Here we go, guys, and don't mind the microwave sitting right here on top reflecting, looking back at us. But here we are right here. We got the Bluetti Apex 300 and 2 backup batteries. We got one backup battery, the B300K, and one battery at the bottom, the B300. Now the Bluetti Apex 300 itself does boast 2,764.8 watt hours, and that's going to be times 2, guys, with this B300K. And then we're gonna throw another 3,072 on top, guys, and that's giving us 8,601 watt hours. Yes, I need that in my life. And y'all, I am gonna dive deep into the Apex 300 again to tell you a little bit more about it. However, first, before all that, I need to give a huge shout out to the smallest and tiniest of the Bluetti crew here on DD5. Guys, because let's be honest, when you're running that mini split in there at about 1,000 watts, and then you add in 2 PlayStations and 2 TVs, plus a fan and some lights, we're running at about 2,000 watts, guys. And at 8,000 watt hours, that's only gonna give us about 4 hours worth of continuous time if we're running everything all at once. And so when that happens, we have a major meltdown over there at the camper, because Bluetti is also running the show over there at the camper. Guys, when we're over here at the camper, we are streaming off our Wi-Fi that's plugged in way over here at the boys' house. The fiber internet, guys, is going way over here to the camper. But we have an issue. When our power banks go down, then we lose Wi-Fi. That's the one thing around here in Dreamers Valley that we can't stand to lose, is the internet. So today I want to introduce Bluetti's newest and lightest and cheapest product. That's right, guys, I've been telling you that I'm going to introduce some power banks that are affordable and can fit in your budget. Let me show you our real life application and what we do when our main source of power goes down. So y'all, when the power goes out, everything goes down, and then it's gonna be dark like this. It's going to be dark like this, guys. However, the power is not down, so we'll flip the light on. Packing a punch at 600 watts, guys, and 288 watt hours. This Bluetti Elite 30 is without a doubt a lifesaver, because when we wake up in the morning over there in the camper, generator's not running, and all of our other power banks are down, I can at least be rest assured that the fiber internet is running and we didn't lose any kind of upload overnight. As of right now, our internet Wi-Fi router is located in the bathroom, and this is just sitting here on the floor. So what I do is I leave the AC plug just plugged in right here into the side, and then I make sure I leave it plugged in, because as soon as we lose power right here, our UPS system just without a doubt doesn't even miss a beat and our internet stays running. So without this Bluetti Elite 30 version 2, I would have woken up on several mornings brokenhearted because the upload just didn't happen. And guys, before I dive in any further into this Elite 30 version 2, let's cut to the chase. Let me tell you what you really want to know. I told you before that I was going to introduce you to some power banks that are affordable, and right now, early bird special, guys, all the way to the end of this month, the end of August, you can get this Bluetti Elite 30 version 2 less than $200. That's right, guys, $199. Now, of course, that's probably before tax and before shipping and some other things, but you can't beat it. 200 bucks. That's right, guys, saving some of them coins. I'm also going to have a 5% off discount code, guys, and that'll bring the price down to $189. Come on now, you can't beat that. Bluetti also makes 2 different solar panels for this particular unit. You can get this Elite 30 version 2 with the 60 watt panel for only $298 on the early bird special, and you can get the 100 watt panel for only $398 on the early bird special, guys. And I'm telling you, that early bird special is a deal. You're saving about $200, so don't miss out. So to tell you guys a little bit more about this guy right here, it is about 6.5 inches tall, almost 10 inches wide across the face, and 7 inches deep going to the back right there. It features 4 USB plugs, 2 USB-A's at 15 watts apiece, a USB-C 100 watt, and a USB-C 140 watts, guys. We also got 2 120 volt plugs at 600 watts. Your DC side over here, your typical cigarette lighter style plug, 12 volts at 10 amps, and then the DC input right here at the top. The screen is nice and bright, and right now I got almost 13 hours left just running that router right there. I'll go ahead and plug this back up. As you see, you can charge it using the standard 120 volt plug, or you got your DC input right here where you can plug it from the solar panel, or using a car charger. Now I know it's only 600 watts max running power, but it does have 1500 watts of lifting power. That's pretty impressive for such small size. It takes about an hour to charge from 0 to 100% and 45 minutes to 80%. The shelf life is pretty good on this thing, and it also has over 3,000 life cycles on it. It is recommended to charge every 3 to 6 months. I wanted to show you guys something else that's pretty cool, and I'm not talking about my beautiful wife. What I mean is on this Bluetti app right here that pulls right up, I can show you my devices, and it's all my different Bluetti devices. Here's the Elite 30 version 2. Already back to 91%, charging at 177 watts. Apex 300, it says it's at 84%, and right now it's running the refrigerator and the freezer 121 watts. Now y'all, we are losing daylight out here. Let's go ahead and get some work done real quick and get these lights put in. Woo, let there be light. Now, I'm not going to screw this in very deep either. $260 with the lights plugged in, $262, and $248 with them unplugged. Only 12 watts. Only 12 watts for 2 strands of lights. That's absolutely amazing. And I may even unscrew some bulbs if it's too bright on the other side of Jacob's window. But keep in mind, there will be blackout curtains on the other side of the window eventually anyways. Let's go ahead and fix this stuff and see what it looks like. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see what it looks like walking up. Real nice. It's definitely bright enough to be able to see in here now. We can get into the refrigerator at night, into the deep freezer. Won't have to worry about stumbling and fumbling around or holding the phone for some kind of light. This is going to be the first night that the boys use this Apex 300 for their power source. But that's okay, because the Apex 300 has a continuous output of 3,840 watts. We shouldn't have no problem keeping everything we need powered up inside of the house. It does have 4. These 2 on the right side have 1,920 watts, and these 2 on the left side have 1,920 watts. Now, as far as the DC goes with the Apex 300, guys, we have a whole totally different module over here for the DC side. Now, don't get me wrong, everything we talked about was great, right? All that sounds great. Everything was great so far. However, there's one thing in particular about the Apex 300 is the most favorite thing for myself, and that is that it has a voltage selector. Check this out. The voltage selector right here has 120 volts, it's sliding it to the top, and 240 volts sliding it to the bottom. That's right guys, no more having to worry about linking two together and trying to get extra cords to put two together to get those 240 volts. The Bluetti Apex 300 has it already built in, it's ready to go. Also right here on the front, we have 3 different charging modes: turbo, auto, and silent. And then across the front over here, we can turn the AC side on and off and put it into eco mode if we need it to put it in eco mode. Eco mode shows right up on it. Once again, the app works for the Apex 300 as well, guys. All the information we need to know right there at the touch of your fingertips. Man, Bluetti, you guys knocked it out of the park with this one. I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to review these amazing products. The Elite 30 version 2 is sure enough a game changer for us, because when the big boys like the Apex 300 run out, I'm never running out of fiber internet, guys. My Wi-Fi stays rolling for at least another 12 hours. That's gonna keep us rolling, guys. Don't forget to check the description area where I'm gonna have links and discount codes right to these products. The Elite 30 version 2 and the Apex 300, guys. Don't miss the early bird specials. They really are worth it. Let's go ahead and check on the kids one more time, make sure they're doing good. And I'm gonna take it on inside the house, give you a sneak peek of what's running the camper. Coming back in. I know, I gotta paint that door. It is dark in here. But that light right there lets me know that the mini split is on. Woo! And there it is. We got one on the game, one hanging out on the bed. Looks like PlayStation's rolling, mini split's rolling. You doing good tonight, son?
Huh?
You doing all right tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah? You doing all right, Talon?
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, guys, it's time to wrap it up here on Dreamers Valley. It's getting later into the evening and seeing how my queen is doing with little Serenity. I also want to give you an idea of what it looks like inside the camper, because when I say Bluetti runs Dreamers Valley, guys, I mean it. I moved some solar panels on top of the camper as well. I got 3 200 watts for a total of 600 on one line, and a 400 watt panel over there on the other line. So a total of 1,000 watts of solar going into the biggest of all the Bluetti systems that I have. Ooh, that's right guys, the Bluetti AC 500. 5,000 watts of continuous output and 10,000 watts of surge. It's only at 4% right now, so we're gonna go ahead and get that charged up. But Bluetti even runs the camper. I told you guys, we're keeping it real and keeping it honest. While we do have lots of power banks here on Dreamers Valley and on Drifting Dreamers 5, we definitely rely on Bluetti more than all, and well, I guess you can see why. One more time, don't forget to check out the description area for the discount codes and hyperlinks. And I want to say thank you one more time to Bluetti. You guys are amazing. To everyone watching this video, if you're not subscribed to Drifting Dreamers 5, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check the notification bell and set it to all, because there is going to be constant content coming out here on Drifting Dreamers 5. I hope that you can continue to follow your dreams. This is all a part of ours. And remember, if you can dream it, you can drift it. Bye.